What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday, and a great Monday it is. The Friday energy has been delivered. It is here.
Through the
It is
roof.
packaged. It's through the roof because Francesca is officially free from COVID. She's free from the
Yep.
quarantine. She's living life. She did her hair.
Mm.
She did her makeup. She took a shower.
I took a
When's the last
shower.
time she showered? Who knows?
We don't know.
wanna
No.
We don't want to know. We do not want to know about it. But how are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel a lot better. I feel like I got a lot of my energy back, which was kind of my biggest problem. I was just like so tired. But my in-house isolation 10 days has come to an end, and I'm ready to go, ready to get back into the real world. I'm ready to get out of the basement.
Nice. We're super excited for you, Fran.
Yeah. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
We're glad you made it through.
Thank you. As am I.
Yeah, that would have been, something.
Yeah, thankfully I really
we
didn't
don't want to talk too much about it, but
thankfully I
that
really
would have been
didn't have
something.
it too bad. So
Yeah, that's good.
that was good for sure.
Yeah, I don't have much going on for myself. I have been fine this whole time, but I'm getting my vaccine appointment today. I got an earlier appointment somehow. It just, came upon me. So there I go. Off she goes.
Look, it's I'm very happy for you. I'm excited for you.
I don't want to be that person that like talks about it though. Like I just felt like that is what's coming up for me today.
I made my appointment. I was very excited about making my appointment, and I don't know. It's kind of crazy in New York because yes, like you can make your appointment, you can go, you figure it out. You can also like kind of walk into like a Dwayne Reed or a pharmacy and kind of be like, hey, you got any vaccines? And they're like, yeah. It's just like I have my friends.
You get one.
Yeah, I have a friend of a friend who like last week just like walked into Rite Aid and was like, what's good with the vaccine? They were like, here you go. So
wow. See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like if you just get lucky like that, you're like, all right, I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. I'm going to show up. Will I get it? And then you get it. That's a great day. Boom.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, it's exciting. I think New York, a lot of the Javits Center, you can make your appointment. That's where we will be going. That's where Noah went. Noah said it was a lovely experience.
He sold it so well. He was like, if you can get it as soon as possible, just do it. Like
at the Javits Center.
At the Javits Center. So that's where I'm going.
Yep.
Today.
Yep. So
see how it goes.
Big things. It's exciting. Yeah. It's exciting for summer. It's, seeing the numbers. I think the country hit like over 100 million vaccines, at least first doses administered. So that's great.
Exciting. Stuff. Excited for the summer. Good things are coming up. The summer is almost here. My hair is blonde again because, you got
it dyed again.
I'm a liar because I don't know what happened there. I fell into a depression and dyed my hair black. And I think that's something we all need to accept. I think we just all need to accept that happened.
Yep.
Now my hair is blonde again. I'm a ball of sunshine.
That's the second time it happened though, like since I've known you.
But the first time I dyed it not blonde, it was just brown. Like it was a light brown. It was almost blonde. It was just like a little.
It was not that dark.
It was not black. My hair was literally black.
No, I think like a couple years ago you dyed your hair black, I thought.
No, definitely not. This was the first time.
No, she dyed it like brown. That first time she dyed it dark.
Oh, okay.
Right. But it was like a lightish brown. So it wasn't really anything.
It was.
Oh, man.
It was not dark. I had a snap memory the other day, Rhea. I think it was maybe yesterday. That was like, it was like 3 years ago. And it was like our first time in Sirius recording, like doing an interview at Sirius. And your hair was so short. Like you were blonde, but it was like, I watched it multiple times because I was like, I really forgot that Rhea's hair was that short at one point. It was like above your shoulders.
My friend sent me a picture this weekend with the same haircut and was like, when was your hair this short? And I said, I do not know that person.
Yeah.
Please don't send me any further photos. and I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's with Kristen Cavallari. My hair is blonde, super short. What was I doing? And I look back at these photos that usually I'm like, oh, I'm like, that's when I was going through like the worst times. You know, when I look back and I'm like,
you look really cute. I thought, I mean,
thanks.
Like,
I don't think so, but
very cute. Like the short hair was very cute.
It's just not me. It's just not me at all.
Yeah. It was funny. I was like, I forgot that her hair was ever short.
I've changed my hair so many times.
Yeah.
But I think we're back into good old Rhea, you know? What the people know me as, what I know myself as. I was looking at photos before and I was
I feel like you sneaky went blonde again because when I
did go blonde again.
No, I know. But when I asked you, I was like, oh, you're getting your hair done. And I was like, oh, you're getting your highlights redone because, you had highlights before too as well. And you were like, yeah. And then you sent me a picture and I was like, oh, you fucking went blonde again. Like you didn't just get your highlights redone.
Because here's the thing. Anytime I would tell somebody I was going blonde again in my life, like not on the outside, everybody on the outside looking in was like, you should dye your hair blonde again. My immediate circle of people never told me to dye my hair blonde again. Anytime I said I wanted to dye my hair blonde again, they were like, no, it looks good black. It looks good brown. And I was like, okay, I'm getting confused now. And for a while I did like it. I was like, okay, I do like this. But then when everyone started being like, you can't, no, stop, and yelling at me, I was like, I just need to do what I want to do and not tell anybody I'm doing it because everyone's going to stop me from doing it. I don't know why. I was blonde forever. Did nobody like me before that? So I was like, I just got to do it and not tell anybody. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't tell a single soul. And so here I am back. And I don't care what anyone has to say about it. I feel like me again and I feel happy. So there's your message, everybody.
It's funny that you're like, I was so depressed when I had black hair, and that's still the podcast logo.
No, I can't even look at it. I'm like, oh my God, we got to shoot that ASAP. I don't know what that was. I don't know what it was, but we're moving on.
Maybe we can Photoshop your
sunshine.
And we can Photoshop your new hair on your old hair.
I was thinking about just posing the exact same way
and just having my hair,
and then just putting them in the same setup and wearing the same clothes I have. That would be the easiest thing to do.
It would be, because then I wouldn't have to do anything.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to do that for sure. But here's your message. Here's your sign. If you dye your hair from blonde to black, you will dye your hair blonde again. Straight up. You'll dye blonde again. So don't even do it. Don't even do it.
Well, I mean, you literally dye your hair every 2 months.
Blonde though, usually.
No, I know, but I would say the past year, every 2 months, it's been something a little different.
For sure. But like I said, I've ascended into my final form, and
have you though?
No, this is it.
Are you sure?
I swear to God, everything felt right in the world yesterday when I came home and my hair was blonde. It was like, oh my God, that year, that pandemic year, we put it behind us.
Yep. Okay, good. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Let's get into the topics for today. Everybody's world was absolutely rocked when they found out.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I have one thing to say before we get into topics. And I wrote it down. I wanted to remember. We said, when we talked about April Fool's Day last episode, you said Tori Spelling, she put out a pregnancy announcement. April Fool's joke. There was going to be one. And she came out. She put out a whole note saying that, it's April Fool's joke, and she's dealt with infertility problems on her own, and she wouldn't make light of that situation. She claimed that it was a gotcha to the press, because the press is always talking about her body and is she pregnant, is she not pregnant. So this was back at the media, and it wasn't supposed to be taken that way. But just there was going to be one who did it, and can confirm it was Tori Spelling.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
It's unfortunate she had to do that to herself, but she'll now learn.
Yep.
Let's get into today's topics. Everyone's world was rocked because Regé-Jean Page will not be returning to Bridgerton season 2. There's a lot of rumors and speculation that we will dive into. Khloe Kardashian is once again wearing that huge ring on her ring finger, and people think her and Tristan are engaged. Demi Lovato released a new album and new music video, and Olivia Rodrigo also released a new song and music video. So let's get into it, starting off with Bridgerton. As we talked about in the beginning of the podcast, the intro, Fran was home a lot, for the past 10 days. Fran was home a lot. And I can imagine, even though she was sick, the best part about staying at home was playing at home. You could take advantage of your downtime. Say you were in a spot like Fran, you got corona, you're stuck in your house, you got a lot of downtime, or even downtime in general, just that downtime. You could choose almost any one item from Adam and Eve, because adamandeve.com, like Fran said, staying at home, the best part is playing at home. So you can get almost any one item for 50% off. And when you do, you'll also get free shipping delivered discreetly right to your door. Adam and Eve, you can get all sorts of toys for yourself, if you know what I mean. If you're not exactly sure what Adam and Eve is, there you go. So you can, pleasure yourself at home. Like I said, you'll get free shipping, and the item or items that you choose will be delivered discreetly right to your door. Just remember to use offer code CITO. That's CITO at checkout. Adamandeve.com has thousands of products to make you glad you are staying at home, and sex toys make being at home so much more enjoyable. Even shopping from home, for one, is even more enjoyable because, like I said, they're delivered discreetly to your door. So go to adamandeve.com and use that offer code CITO for 50% off almost any one item and free shipping. Ladies, get yourself a sex toy, make staying at home even more enjoyable. Use code CITO, adamandeve.com for 50% off almost any item. It has been announced that Regé-Jean Page from Bridgerton will not be returning for season 2. This is quite disappointing to everybody. Everybody fell in love with him. Everybody loves Simon. And now our hearts were ripped out, put on the floor, and stomped on. Much speculation around this. Was it Bridgerton who decided not to have him back because the second season is not about him? It doesn't focus on Daphne and Simon. Or was it himself opting out of a season 2 of Bridgerton? Which one do you think it is, Fran?
I think he decided this on his own, because to me, it doesn't make any sense that Daphne could be a part of the second season and he couldn't. Daphne is, yes, I understand. I read the first book. I haven't read the second one yet, but the Bridgerton book series, every book is about a different Bridgerton sibling. So we already know that season 2 was going to be completely about Anthony and his story and his love story, and not really about Daphne or Simon at all, which was fine. But if Daphne's going to be in it, and Daphne's obviously, the sister, so it's like there wasn't any moments where Daphne would be with her husband in the second season. Like, they're married, they have a baby. Like, they couldn't all show up as a family for at least one episode, a cameo, anything. So to me, it kind of seems like, look, they made Bridgerton season 1. It was a test. Will people love this? Will people hate this? Regé-Jean Page signs on for 1 season. He signs a contract, and in his mind, he's doing some kind of limited series. That's what he said. There's quotes from him where he was he always felt that this was a limited series type thing where every season would be about different people, and his character, he told the story and now it's over. But it doesn't it doesn't make any sense to me that Netflix would be yeah, you know what? You're out. You're done. We don't want you in this show anymore, because he's so popular and he made the show so popular and people love him so much that I would assume executives would be well, we got to get him to show up for something. And he's the one who decided no, I'm done. I don't want to do this. Not even a cameo. I signed a contract for 1 season. I don't need to do anymore, and I'm not going to do anymore.
I feel like definitely Netflix would have put him in the second season because
sure.
yes, everybody loved him. That's a no-brainer, obviously. I feel
there's
like
so many posts being like, I'm not watching the second season now because he's not going to be in it.
I feel like what happened now was that he probably saw the love for his role in Bridgerton, and he also sees himself as a bigger star than that. So he probably was like, if I continue to do Bridgerton, I'm going to be locked up into the Bridgerton typecast as Simon.
Doing 9
People
seasons.
aren't going to respect me as something else. And he probably has so many other movie role opportunities and TV show opportunities after Bridgerton. So he probably wants to take the offer up on those and maybe become a movie star of some sort, because I feel like we see a lot with TV show stars, somebody who's been on a TV show for plenty seasons, and then they want to go be in movies because they're like, I spent so much time playing this one character. I'm an actor. I'm an actress. I would love to play a different type of role. So I feel like we see that often. And sometimes they just begin to be like typecast after that as the role they were in their TV show. Yeah. And I feel like maybe to avoid that, now this isn't definite, but just from why I'm trying to understand why he wouldn't want to be in any more seasons, is maybe, you know, there's rumors about him being the new Bond and shit like that. So maybe he's just like, listen, Bridgerton was great. The first season was great. If I'm not going to be a main character in the second season, why waste my time doing that when I can do all these movies and other roles and really expand my horizons and my resume to become a huge star?
Yeah. And for his own personal career, I understand it. Like, you know, you're looking out for number one. He, I'm sure, is trying to get these bigger roles. And yeah, the James Bond rumors have been around and circulating around his name for a while. It's as a viewer and a fan, it's obviously just very frustrating because it's like, okay, I understand you want to be a big star. I get it. You want to do these movies, but like couldn't do fucking a couple episodes of Bridgerton and then go do something else. So I don't know. It's frustrating. And, you know, Dumois posted to posts about this, or they had a couple, maybe more than that about it. These are the ones that I saw. This is the rumor mill. This is what people are saying. That one said Shondaland and Netflix wanted Regé-Jean Page to appear in a few episodes of season 2, but he refused. It was his decision to leave the show completely, not a money issue, more an ego issue. Then another one said, can confirm that Ray left Bridgerton rather than Bridgerton letting him go. They even offered him a serious salary hike, making him the highest paid actor in the season, even though Anthony is the main character this go around, but he turned them down. They were having the rest of the cast sign new contracts with cameo options to prevent them disappearing like this down the line. So yeah, one, it makes sense to lock these characters in so that like if, you know, the story creators want them to pop up in an episode here or there, that contractually they're obligated to do that. And it's crazy that they offered him, so they say, offering him the most money out of anyone on this show to show up for 1, 2, 3 episodes, like nothing major.
But just because people loved him so much, it's obvious that Netflix saw that. So it's definitely I think it's definitely a him thing. Yeah. And it has to be. As a viewer, of course, people are going to be upset. We
got to watch Daphne without him?
I know. It doesn't make any sense. Where are they going to say he is? Right? Like, Daphne
could be here, but he can't.
Right. I still think it's going to be okay.
Daphne's with Pete Davidson. That's why.
Yeah, right. Imagine something was going on behind the scenes, and that's why he doesn't want to work with her anymore. He's like, you left me for Pete Davidson. Doubt it. But I do feel like it's still going to be fine. I think now that he's not a part of it, I could see Daphne getting a lesser role just to minimize the questioning around why.
She would have it anyway.
Right. So I feel like I still think it's going to be good. Listen, I loved Bridgerton, but I wasn't obsessed with Bridgerton like everybody else was. Yeah. So I still have hope. It's still going to be a great. Yeah. I still think it's going to be a good season, a good show. But I don't think I had the obsession with the show as a whole in general to be as upset as everyone else is. But he definitely is a reason I was drawn into the show. So now I'm kind of like, will I be drawn into the second season? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it'll be good, but like, am I going to be that tempted to watch?
Right. And it is not unfortunate, but it's just because everybody loved him so much. And of course, he was the main male character in the first season, and Anthony kind of played a side role that now the second season, he is the main character. So it's just hard because I just feel like a lot of people liked Regé-Jean Page so much that now making Anthony the second season star, everyone will just be like, well, he's no Simon, like it's hard to,
unless they put another guy in there that is right up there with Regé-Jean Page.
They have they'll have new cast members. They obviously they have a love interest for Anthony that we have not seen in the first season. So maybe everyone will just be obsessed with her. It'll just be like a reversal. Everybody was obsessed with him in the first season. New cast members, maybe everyone will just be obsessed with them. But obviously it was a big time, I think, female watched show. So they were looking at Regé-Jean. I mean, even Kim Kardashian's out here on the internet being pissed, posting about him leaving. Like that's, it's a universal. Ladies are universally frustrated. They can't believe that this guy couldn't give us a couple episodes.
Imagine him being like, wow, even Kim Kardashian's upset. Maybe I shouldn't have turned it down.
Yeah, seriously. Or the other way around, he's like, Jesus, everybody fucking loved me in this so much. Like, good thing I'm getting out.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm out now. Yeah, who knows?
There has to be some level of not guilt, but seeing the outcry of everyone so pissed and being like, did I make the right decision here? Like,
I feel like he's not active.
Everyone.
He's not really that active on social media, right? Or am I making that up?
No, I don't. Not too much, but there's no way. There was 9 million articles written about it. Like, there's no way. And it kind of seems
I'm
like
sure
this
he's
guy might have
seeing
some
it, but
Google alerts about himself.
Yeah, but I feel like it's easier to ignore when you're not a huge social media person. Like, yes, you're going to see all the articles about it, but you're not going to see all the comments about those articles.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. But even if you're not big on social media, like if you're not like somebody who usually uses it a lot, I think when you make a big announcement like this, you go back and check. Like you go back and see what people are saying, because it's like, well, you just made this massive announcement. And, whatever.
Yeah, as much as I would like to be like, oh no, I would avoid it. Like, I'm reading every single thing that everybody writes about me if this is me.
Yeah, like I would be very surprising if he like dropped this on Instagram and then never looked at it again. Was like, oh yeah, I'm done with it now. Like, okay, you just made this major announcement that's freaking people out.
The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, am I going to watch the second season? I said,
lots of people think that.
I was like, oh, like, I'm sure it'll still be good. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't love it as much as everybody else. And I feel like he was a big factor as to why I even watched it. So now I'm like, am I going to watch the second season?
Yeah.
It just hit me. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see what people are talking about it, what people are saying about it.
I know. Well, I'll definitely watch, so I'll let you know.
Yeah. You watch first, and then you let me know.
Yep, I will definitely be watching, and we can discuss. Oh, also, just quickly, in the world of Netflix shows, very exciting to see that they wrapped season 2 of Outer Banks.
Oh my God. I cannot wait. I honestly started tearing up when I saw all those posts. I was like,
primetime summer release, I feel like.
Yeah. And I pictured myself
at the perfect time.
I pictured myself being like, all right, guys, starting Outer Banks season 2, see you on the other side.
Yeah,
like that's going to be my exact tweet.
Hours.
I'm going to be like, see you in 10 hours. I'm not going to tweet anything about it. And then I'm just going to fucking unleash all my thoughts after I do. I'm going to put my phone away for 10 hours and just fly through that puppy. We should start it at the same time. Or maybe we should watch it together. We could just hang out and watch it together.
We could.
Oh, let's do that. Okay. All right. I'm so excited. I'm freaking out. Okay.
it really, I mean, look, it got me very excited too, seeing like the post about it. I was like, oh, they just wrapped amazing. Like, we're really going to get this season this summer.
So happy about it.
No delay. It's amazing.
Oh, Fran, I was just thinking to myself, like, I got to go to the grocery store later. I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to go to the grocery store.
Hate going to the grocery store.
Hate it. I absolutely hate going to the grocery store. But then I remembered I have Daily Harvest in my freezer ready for me to go. And that is the best thing about Daily Harvest. If you're thinking to yourself, I don't have the energy to cook right now. I don't have the energy to go to the grocery store. I don't want to get up. You got Daily Harvest ready for you. Daily Harvest delivers delicious food, all built on organic fruits and vegetables right to your door. It takes literally minutes to prepare, and I never have to think twice if the food I'm eating is good for me, which is a huge plus. Sometimes I struggle. I love junk food. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is bad for me. But you do not have to do that with Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest is also ready when you are. Everything stays fresh in your freezer until you're ready to enjoy it, so you waste less food. They have smoothies for breakfast. They have crisp flatbreads for lunch or dinner. I love the good artichoke flatbread. Drizzle a little balsamic on that. It's good to go. And it's absolutely perfect. Daily Harvest also never uses preservatives, added sugar, or artificial anything. So that also includes their recently launched almond milk, which is spelled MYLK, which is made of only almonds and a dash of sea salt. That is it. So Daily Harvest, as you know, is undeniably delicious, clean food without the prep. Get started today. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code CHICKS to get $25 off your first box. That's promo code CHICKS for $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com. Dailyharvest.com, promo code CHICKS for $25 off your first box. Khloe Kardashian has been rocking a big ring on her ring finger. We've seen this ring before when she posted an ad for Good American. People were like, is she selling Good American, or is this a post about her ring? Once again, it is back in the picture, and people think she may be engaged to Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, this is... we were iffy on it at first because it was like there was the Good American ad and there was the ring, and this was just straight up like a photo of her hands with the ring on her finger. And to me, this is just her. There's nothing subtle about this ring. I was going to say like a subtle way of announcing it, but there's straight up nothing subtle about that ring. But it does seem like, from watching her talk about it on the Kardashians, because a lot of what I'm seeing on the Kardashians this season feels like really contrived. Like the last episode, if people watched it, like the Spartan competition and the setup between Kourtney and Scott, like it just feels like a lot of it's very planned. The only thing that seems more genuine is Khloe talking about her own life. Like Khloe being like, look, I've shared so much of my life on this show that now I don't feel like I need to be answering as much to the public. And also at the same time, it seems like Khloe and her sisters think that Khloe is taking into consideration like the public's opinion too much, like that she and Tristan are doing well and they are moving forward. And even Tristan's getting frustrated because Khloe kind of wants to keep things on wrap, like behind closed doors and not share anything after, Khloe freaked out about Scott commenting on a photo being like Tristan's a lucky man and everybody freaking out and her deleting the comment. So it kind of seems like she has decided that she wanted to take more of like a private route when it came to Tristan this time around, not sharing as much about it, which makes sense then as to why there wasn't some like massive engagement announcement. It's just like, I'm engaged, here's the ring and that's that.
Yeah, I feel like watching this season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, first of all, Tristan Thompson seems like another person. Like watching Tristan Thompson doesn't feel like we're watching Tristan Thompson.
I know.
Doesn't it kind of feel like a robot Tristan Thompson or somebody
Tristan Thompson is weird.
Yeah, confessional Tristan Thompson is strange, and it just feels like he's not there. Like he's not present in his body, or somebody's taking over his body during the confessionals. Because I'm just picturing the one confessional where he's all like buttoned up. Looks like a priest. I'm like, what is going on? It does seem
like he's trying. It does seem like he's trying really hard. Like there are moments that he said stuff. I guess is and even Khloe's been like looking at him and she's like, what did you just say?
Yeah, maybe because of the image he's gotten from all the fans of Kardashians. Because think about it, we are fans. The people who view the show, the people who love them or hate them, you're a fan on social media. Everybody's following them. Everybody's a fan of them. So when everything happened with Tristan Thompson, not once but twice, it wasn't like the Jordan Woods shit happened and that was it. He had cheated on her publicly before and it was a big deal. So I feel like we get attached in that way where we're like, fuck him. You know, everybody was like, fuck Tristan Thompson, fuck Jordan Woods. But now that Tristan Thompson seems to be coming out on the other side of this, I do see people, and it has changed drastically over the years, people now like respecting Jordan Woods more and being like, okay, Tristan Thompson's still in their lives. It didn't like completely mess up everything. You got a lot of shit, but we're just going to get off your back because they're accepting Tristan Thompson back into their lives. And I know it's that the same old thing where it's like, why does Jordan Woods have to come up in the conversation with Tristan Thompson? But that was the big scandal, you know? That's part of the reason why everybody is always monitoring Tristan Thompson's actions and being like, oh, okay, he seems like he's trying.
Yeah, definitely. That is kind of like the meter that everybody uses. And I really do think that is an engagement ring. I think I was a little skeptical before in the first post, but with the second one, that thing is fucking huge. It couldn't be more of an engagement ring actually looking at it. And from the comments, you know, Tristan commented with heart emojis, ring emojis. Like it just feels like this is their own way of saying like, look, we're happy, we're engaged, we're in a good place. And I'm not going to, you know, come on here and make some massive engagement announcement, but here is where we're at and we're in a good spot and like moving forward, we're together. I mean, they've been talking about growing their family and things like that. So if Khloe's happy, I'm happy.
I think they're engaged. I think straight up they're engaged. There's no about, oh, maybe she got a big ring for herself and where is it on that finger? And Tristan Thompson's also commented. No, they're committing to each other and everybody needs to accept it.
Also, I saw this photo that really just like, it's funny. Khloe looks amazing. Number one, Khloe, they've been in Palm Springs or wherever they are for Easter. They've been all of them been posting bikini pictures. Khloe looks fantastic. On some Kardashian fan accounts, I saw someone had screenshotted, I guess MJ. I don't know if MJ has an Instagram, if someone runs an Instagram for MJ or like what is going on. But someone posted a totally unedited picture of Khloe in her bikini. And the fan accounts were like, MJ posted this on her social media. It was up briefly and then was taken down. And it's crazy because 100% she still looks fantastic, but like it's just a good reminder when you sometimes see the photos that they post themselves and in the back of your mind you're like, God, like I know that this is edited, but is it you forget, you think like I know it's edited, but God, like is it well, when I saw this photo and I was like, okay, she still looks fantastic, but like she's smoothing shit. She's making her waist a little smaller. Like there's still all these things that go down every single time they post something.
I was going to say, and I didn't want to come across rude when you were saying she looks amazing. I was like, is she just going to say, like, I thought that's where you were going with it. I'm happy you brought all that up because I was going to be like, yeah, she looks amazing, but it all looks very edited. Like, I'd love to see what she really looks like. Yeah. And the fact that you're saying that, like, yeah, I feel like it's also crazy, though, to have MJ delete it so fast.
Did you see the picture?
No, I didn't see it. And that's why I was going to say, like, I'm pretty sure that's all edited because in their heads, they can't have people see what they actually look like. But then everybody sees on the Kardashians on the show them in bathing suits and like what they really look like. So it's kind of confusing as to why they edit it so much on social media.
I know.
Or maybe that's just like the aesthetic. Maybe like having perfect ass pictures is, you know, just them, just the Kardashians.
It might be. I don't know if the fan account took it down now. Of course I can't find it, and I did not take a screenshot of it. All right, I'm gonna find it and send it to you too. But it was like a very real moment of like, yeah, she works her ass off. You know she does to you know, in the gym and whatnot. But there is just so much still that goes into it. Where seeing that photo was like just a nice reminder from all the always perfectly curated body posts that they share on their own Instagrams. Demi Lovato released her new album on Friday, Dancing with the Devil, The Art of Starting Over. And we're going to talk about the album, the video. So before we start, just going to, you know, put another, I feel like with the Demi and the topics that she's covering in her songs and videos, you want to put a trigger warning here. Just for those who may not want to listen, you know, in her new music video, she does kind of relive her overdose. So we are going to talk about that, putting a trigger warning on this topic, going through what she just released. I think that I posted this on my Instagram story. Demi's storytelling ability is so phenomenal. I don't think she gets a lot of credit for that. So many of her songs that she writes are just so blatantly like honest. It just slaps you in the face. You know, she really when you listen to this album, and you should do it start to finish, like in order, because it really, you feel like you are just hearing everything that she went through from overdose, like, you know, writing anyone days before she had overdosed, into the overdose, coming out the other side, moving on, trying to get better, talking about the relationships in her life, talking about the engagement that lasted 2 seconds, and then kind of ending being like, you know what? I'm in a good place right now. Like the last song on the album is called Good Place. So it's a ride, it's a journey, but it's like so perfectly Demi.
Definitely. I feel like when artists really put a story within their albums, it's always great to listen from beginning to end, because you can kind of go on the journey with her in that way. Like you can just really feel the raw emotions that she felt during that time. And I think that's why, you know, with the documentary, I've been really enjoying the documentary. It's so emotional. It's so real. It's so honest. And like you said, I think that's why Demi is such a great storyteller, is because she is so honest. I mean, she's mentioned before, like, as honest as she can be, because there are still things she keeps to herself, which you obviously want to do. You want to protect yourself in some way. And so there are some details she doesn't reveal, but she does a good job of giving a lot of it, just like almost all of it, it seems. And we've seen that now with the documentary and with this album as well. And the new music video she put out, where she reenacts her entire overdose. Yeah. She's wearing the same clothes that she was wearing that night. It's all very real. To be honest, I kind of had a hard time even watching the video, like full through. It gave me chills in such a, not a weird way, but I was just like, I can't even finish watching this video right now. It's so real. Like the song with it, and having watched that documentary before, and like seeing all the pictures of her that night, and then her wearing the same clothes, like it's all just so crazy. And I
super haunting.
Yeah, it's very haunting. And I am curious as to, I feel like many people loved it and admire Demi a lot. And especially having how hard it probably was for her to have to film that music video in general. Like she has to relive what was the scariest moment of her entire life to now deliver it to us as fans. Like she was like, I guess she wants her fans and everybody else to feel what she was going through and feel that emotion. I'm curious as to if people were like upset about that, you know, because I think in some ways, obviously, you're like, wow, you really get the full picture. Mm-hmm. But in other ways, you're like, oh, this is dark.
Yeah.
But for people to learn about it, I guess the only way to really show people what really happened is to show them what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I did see some criticism on, you know, just scrolling through Twitter and things like that of what honestly looked like coming from mostly males talking about just like capitalizing off her overdose, like kind of making it seem like
that's not really what I was thinking about.
Yeah. No, I know that wasn't what you're thinking about. I'm just saying that was really all I saw is people being like, there's so many, there's so many people out there who do struggle with addiction and have had experiences like this where they're not able to then make millions of dollars off of telling the story and whatnot. But that is a stretch. That is a stretch for me. I don't understand that because this is her story. She's a celebrity. She's a pop star. Like this is what she does. I think it would be more inauthentic if she just like put out some bubbly pop album that like didn't sound like her. She wasn't talking about the shit that she actually went through. Like she didn't overdose for fucking show. Like she didn't overdose like so that she could turn it into an album. Like that's not the case. So she's just, I think, being as honest and sharing her life. This is what she's always done. This is how she gets through things. And it's crazy because you saw it in the documentary too. Like I have not been through these experiences. She is speaking on her, sexual assault. And the last episode, she opened up about her first time ever having sex being a rape. So it's like there were things that we didn't know and things that she was talking about and discussing and talking about how like she tried to take control of the situation by going back to that person and having like her be in control of the sexual, moment between them and trying to like have that idea of like taking the control back. It's just a lot of things that I haven't thought about that way because like I said, I haven't experienced it, but it's just really opens up a dialogue and makes you think about it a lot more. It makes you kind of think too how that I'm sure has some huge effect on how she has also handled the overdose situation and wanting to like control that narrative and putting out the songs and the videos and the album and everything where it's like that all happened to me and now here's my story of how that all happened to me.
Right. And she loves making music. And I feel like some people are like, well, if she's going through all this, why doesn't she just step away? It's like, well, she loves making music. She's a great artist. She is one of the best voices ever. People really forget that with Demi Lovato because they're always talking about what's surrounding her and not her actual talent. It feels like a lot. Yeah. Meanwhile, she has an incredible voice, like absolutely outstanding voice. So I feel like why would she step away from something that it seems like she struggles with so much in her life, and music is maybe one of the only things that actually makes her happy. So why would she not put her time and energy into that? So I don't understand the people who say like, oh, she's capitalizing on this. Yeah. Like, well, nobody wants her to lie to everyone because then if she lies to everyone, then people call her out on that. And they're like, what's this pop song you're putting out, Demi? We know you don't feel this way. Right. So then her fans would be like, you're not being authentic to yourself. So even as serious as it is and how emotional it all is, I still think Demi put out an awesome album, really such a great album. And the music video itself, like I said, like it's probably hard for a lot of people to watch, but I also think it was very hard for Demi to film herself. And as hard, I think, as it might be to like watch, I feel like she probably really went through it, reshooting that entire thing. And I feel like because it's her, playing herself in a situation that really happened is what makes it even more like, whoa, because, you know, you watch movies and TV shows all the time where this shit happens and, you know, I could watch it just fine. But I think when you are telling yourself like, oh, this person, this exact situation happened to them, we're basically seeing her in that moment.
Yeah.
It's just all so crazy.
Yeah, definitely. And the documentary has been such a great accompaniment to the album. The album coming out paired with the documentary really tells like such a complete story. And like I said, if you got to listen to it from start to finish, the first 4 songs are tough because it's very emotional. It's talking about the overdose. The third song is called ICU Madison's Lullaby. Well, it'll immediately make you sob, just like talking about her and her sister and having that moment of her waking up in the hospital and not being able to see her sister, and then having like a brief intro, and then it goes into the art of starting over, and it's like how she has been rebuilding her life. The art of starting over, I said this to Noah before, has a little bit of like John Mayer vibes to it. Like it's just the background of it. I feel like the instrumentals of it, I could picture John Mayer playing the guitar on like a song like this. It has like kind of that just like happy, hopeful sort of vibe behind it. And then like I said, she opens up so much about like how she is in relationships, who she is with other people, how she is with her friends. She has a song with Ariana Grande that's amazing, song with Noah Cyrus that's amazing. Like she has really great features on this too. She's got Sweetie on a song. But she's like sharing everything. She's got a song, California Sober, like, hey, this is how I'm living my life right now. She does a Mad World cover that like will give you deep body chills, like just her covering that song, talking about, you know, her relationship with her dad. And she also has a song called 15 Minutes that is 100% about Max. It's just like, hey, hope you enjoyed your 15 minutes of fame and peace out. That's pretty much
I can't wait until that part of the documentary, because I feel like we're about to get there with it. Yes. And I'm excited to hear all about that situation.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely in the next episode. And on top of that, you know, just listening to the song, it's you very clearly get how she feels about the entire the entire engagement. It's what a lot of people were worried about. It's what a lot of people and her fans thought in the moment, like, hey, this guy has some ulterior motives. And I feel like the song just kind of confirms that. It's like, you know what? I'm just totally done with you. Enjoy your 15 minutes. And that's about it. But it really is a great album. And she's got to be so happy that it's out now, you know?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm so happy for Demi. I feel like this is like a long time coming for her. Yeah. And I'm so happy for her.
Yep. This week I haven't gone anywhere. I've been quarantined and been minding my own business and doing my thing. And you know, I haven't had all my clothes with me, but I did remember to bring my Jenny Kane cashmere hoodie that is so amazing. I lived in it all week. It was the most comfortable thing that I was wearing, and I'm so happy that I had it with me because it was just such a nice, cozy way to stay comfortable, but also look good. Like I you know, sometimes you want to be comfortable, but it's like, you don't want to be wearing the same sweats all the time. You want to elevate your outfit a little bit. You can do that with Jenny Kane. Jenny Kane, they just make some of the most effortless pieces, timeless pieces that you need in your wardrobe. Can reinvigorate your style. Some, you know, now we're getting into warmer weather. You can get on those lighter clothes. Maybe you want to wear that nice cashmere sweater without a jacket because it's light and comfortable, and you can walk outside and not be too warm and not be too cold. Or, you know, they got their mules. Mules are amazing. I think every person should have a mule in their wardrobe. They have them in leather, suede. It's just a classic shoe. You can wear it with anything. It dresses up any outfit. And on top of that, like I said, their sweaters are so cozy. They go with any forecast, whether it's warm, cold, you will be comfortable. I have the cashmere fisherman hoodie in the oatmeal color. It's so comfortable. Like I said, I've been wearing it all week. I didn't take it off. It's just been something that I've been living in. And you can dress it up, you can dress it down, put it on with a pair of jeans and mules. Oh, you look fantastic. You're ready to go. Jenni Kayne believes that getting dressed should be the easiest part of your routine. That's why they have all these polished basics that will never go out of style, and they will make everyday moments a breeze. So find your forever pieces at JenniKayne.com and get 15% off your first order when you use code CHICKS at checkout. That's JenniKayne.com, promo code CHICKS. Olivia Rodrigo also just released a new song, much anticipated. Everybody was wondering what was going to happen with song 2. Song 1, we all know, was a smash hit. Driver's License absolutely rocked the world, literally. So she released Deja Vu. This is her second single from her album that'll be coming out. I'm not sure when, but it's second single. And if you thought she wasn't going to be like talking more about what is the relationship situation, like once again, I was like, oh, this is definitely about the same stuff. We're definitely in the same world here.
Yeah, I have something pulled up that goes through all the lyrics and what they may mean. Yeah. And I'm like, I really can't believe she wrote another song about this boy. Like,
I think the whole album is going to be like this. I think the whole
was their relationship this serious? And maybe it wasn't, but
it probably wasn't. But she
stuck up on him, and she said, there was one.
Like, I had relationships that weren't really relationships that I fucking cried about for weeks. Like, now looking back at 26, I'm like, friend, Jesus Christ, like you weren't even dating that person.
Same, honestly, I was obsessed with some people, like straight up obsessed, and like nothing ever happened from it. So I could see myself writing some songs if I was a songwriter, but. One of the lyrics, so when are you going to tell her that we did that too? She thinks it's special, but it's all reused. That was the show we talked about. Played you the song she's singing now when she's with you. Another one, do you call her Almost Say My Name? Because let's be honest, we kind of do sound the same. Another actress, I hate to think that I was just your type. Like, just like straight up being like another actress. Yo, what up again, Sabrina Carpenter? Like, hey, I'm shouting you out again in this song. Like, is Sabrina now gonna write another song? Like,
Sabrina's gotta be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me,
right? I gotta get a visual on Joshua Bassett and Sabrina Carpenter, like them FaceTiming, talking about this, and being like, again.
Yeah, I know. But at this point, I'm like, this has got to be what her whole album is about. She did an interview and she said that she wrote Deja Vu right after she wrote Driver's License. So it makes sense. I feel like they definitely go together, sharing
it's a great song,
story.
Great music video.
Good song. Like,
I think a lot of people, great songwriter. Like, she's really
every
good. Time I hear it, I'm like, this really just sounds like Taylor Swift. Like, she really takes a lot of inspiration from her, I think. And it's really good, but I feel like it's noticeable, which isn't a bad thing, but it is. No,
not at all. It definitely is noticeable, but in a way that feels like a little, this isn't an insult to Taylor at all. Everyone knows I love Taylor. It's just a little, like not fresher, but she's new. So
it's
new. And she's at that age. Like, Taylor is a grown ass adult now. Like, we're getting vibes of like how much Taylor would share of her life when she was 17. Like, it's similar in that way. It feels a little, Olivia's vibe is like a little more indie to me, just because Taylor Swift at this age, most of her, like, that was still very much country music. Like, those albums, those first 2 albums were considered country music, country pop. And this is like a little more indie pop in my mind. And it's a very cool vibe. She's just also another, like you said, really good with her lyrics to the point where like I think even adults, not that she's not an adult, but I'm saying even older people who listen to this song can relate back to this moment. Like they can relate to like getting out of a relationship and then that new person getting into a new relationship and being like, are you fucking doing everything you did like with her that you're doing with me? Like I have, I'm not going to say who because they definitely don't want this shared, but I have someone in my life who I'm very close to who texted me and was like, Olivia, she fucking did it again. Like, and is someone who has just gone through a breakup and like is definitely listened to this song and was like, yes. So I think there's a lot
sometimes
of people
I'm like, oh, can I go through some heartbreak for like a day and then erase it back just so I can appreciate the music a little bit more?
Yeah.
There were other lyrics mentioned. She mentioned Billy Joel a few times, and people were connecting that Joshua Bassett put out a cover to Vienna in 2019. So people were like, oh, Joshua likes Billy Joel. Olivia taught him Billy Joel. You know, Strawberry Ice Cream in Malibu. You're trading jackets like we used to. People saw in the driver's license music video that it looked like she was wearing a replica of one of Joshua's jackets. So there's all these little hints. And I think that's
learned a lot from Taylor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It resembles Taylor Swift a lot, and it is also going to make her one of the top artists out there because this is what people like. They like to, decode things. Taylor Swift recently put out that big message, told everyone to decode it, and everyone had so much fun with that. And it makes it kind of like an interactive experience for your fans to be like, ooh, I know this connection to that music video and when he did this song. So I really think she's already a big star, but I think she's just going to take off even more because the song was good and so was the music video.
Yeah, exactly. And I think people were nervous. And I'm sure she was nervous too, putting out a new song after Driver's License when Driver's License was so huge. It's like, is this going to be as good? Are people going to like it? It's going to be hard to compete with Driver's License ever for any song she ever puts out, like for the rest of her career. But this was very, very good, very enjoyable. Like I listened to it and was like, okay, yes, we're in a good place. I'm excited for the album. And it just makes so much sense why she is blowing up. And I think young girls are going to love her so much is because there is that awesome young love, brutal honesty that every girl like wants to blast in their room and sing at the top of their lungs and be like, yes, I totally get where she's coming from.
Right. And this was kind of the age that Taylor Swift was when everybody, around our age and older were younger and they were around the same age as Taylor Swift. So they were like, oh, we relate to you. So
totally.
I feel like she's in a great path.
Totally.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We hope you guys have a great Monday, a great week. Fran is free, so we're happy about that. And if you celebrate Easter, hope you had a happy Easter. We'll talk to you guys on Wednesday.